Today was number 18. That's how many days we've hit 90 degrees in 2025 so far, and we've got plenty more 90-degree days in this week alone, and I'm sure in the month of August left to go. Good afternoon, I'm meteorologist Erin Ashley. Welcome into 19atSIX, your very own and Cincinnati's very own weather exclusive show, and we are streaming everywhere you find Fox 19. And while it's been hot and humid, there has been just a couple of showers and thunderstorms, and so I do want to start with what radar looks like right now, which is quite inactive, but again, some of us have had a little bit of rain, or at least some darker clouds moving on through that I want to provide some clarity on. So moving on into the tri-state and closer to Cincinnati, so I'll bring you to right now. Just a shower towards Harrison, kind of straddling the line there between Dearborn and Hamilton counties, and then we got another shower in southern Warren County. This one's unfortunately pretty close to Kings Island, it looks like. It looks like it might be a little east of Kings Island. I mean, it's right on Mainville, so if not on Kings Island, very, very close. But once again, those are the only two showers that we have moving through the area right now at 6:02 on your Saturday evening. The good news is, and what our forecast has been suggesting over the last several days, is that today is just another hot and humid afternoon, mostly sunny skies outside of a stray shower or two, which is exactly what we're seeing right now. And again, number 18 for 90-degree highs for today. This time last year we were at 22, so we're a little bit behind schedule, but we're going to catch up quickly with the heat of this upcoming week. 91 for today's high. And where are we right now? Well, we're not that far away from 91. And remember, first alert weather day is in effect for Monday and Tuesday, not because of the air temperature that you see there, but rather the heat index that you'll see here, which right now in Cincinnati, it feels like 93 degrees on top of an air temperature at 90. Notice the northwesterly wind is kicking on in. Yeah. So some of these showers and storms, as they kind of collapse, they'll also spit out a good amount of wind with it. So you're noticing a bit of a breeze as we step into your afternoon and evening. And something new about tomorrow and for Monday is that we're going to hold on to a northerly breeze too. So we've adjusted temperatures, backed them off a little bit, just a smidge. You'll hardly notice it, but it's at least not going to bring us as sweltering heat indices for Monday is the good news. It's still a first alert weather day, just in case the trend flips back to scorching heat, but I just want to give you that first alert update on what I'm seeing there for Monday, which once again, still a first alert weather day, along with Tuesday. Tuesday's still looking like a slam dunk. You don't want to be outside in the afternoon sort of day, unless you can find shade quickly, take plenty of breaks, drink plenty of water. And while Monday and Tuesday are still first alert weather days, like today, Sunday, tomorrow, is going to be scorching hot in the afternoons. The impact here for first alert weather days is because many of us have the first full week of school, and so there's going to be heavy impact to recess, out on the bus stop, out on the bus itself. And so that's what we're considering here for these first alert weather days on Monday and on Tuesday. And I'm going to show you something, and we're going to unpack this together. It's called the Ring of Fire setup. It's a phenomenon we as meteorologists like to unpack a little bit, and it's when high pressure, a center of high pressure gets really, really strong in the middle. I mean, it can set up itself anywhere really for this ring of fire effect to occur, but what's going to happen, what is happening right now as I speak, to be quite frank, is high pressure is finding its place, and right now it's going to be just southwest of the Ohio Valley out towards Missouri. So it's going to be really hot, really humid towards the center of that storm. So that's going to be the H, the center of that. But you'll notice on the edge of that center of high pressure, where you got the red arrows starting to come on through, storms are going to kind of ride the line of that boundary there. And so that's why we're seeing stormy conditions and a harsh difference in rainfall totals between, I'll take you to Ohio, between us and Toledo, Ohio, which Toledo is going to be seeing a good amount of rain over the next several days, several rounds, I should say. It'll amount to about up to 2 inches for them. For us, we may not even get an inch, and that's because we're closer to that center of high pressure. That high pressure is going to fend off any storms that try to pop up here in the tri-state, and which is what we're seeing for tomorrow for any of those Sunday storms. But I want to give you an idea of, and I wanted to give you an idea of the kind of setup that's going on upstairs in the atmosphere, because you're going to notice several rounds of showers and thunderstorms trying to get really close to our viewing area, but seemingly fizzle out as it happens. Not just happening with Sunday morning. We saw it today. We'll see it through Monday, Tuesday as well. It's not until this center of high pressure budges and we're actually able to see a cold front pass through that we're going to escape this hot, humid, and a little bit of a stormy pattern. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what exactly is going on, because this is a pretty unique pattern. Modeling has not handled this very well at all, which means the timing of the storms for tomorrow is still not certain, and we're less than 12 hours out for some models. So I'll show you what one of these models looks like here in just a second. I still want people to stay weather aware overnight into your Sunday, especially north and west of Cincinnati, where there's a marginal risk for severe weather. The good news here, folks, is that I think this is generous. These storms are going to be racing in from the northwest overnight, and so you're going to wake up, maybe you might sleep right through it, to heavy rain, frequent lightning, and some strong wind gusts. Strong wind gusts could turn severe. We may see a few warnings, especially up towards Connorsville and just past Batesville. Again, everywhere you see there in the green, which is not much of us. In fact, compared to last night, it's a smaller area under that marginal risk, but it's still a risk. It's still a risk. And for this time of year, and considering the time, it's going to be overnight into Sunday. Don't be surprised if you're tuning in up that direction that you may wake up to some of the strong wind gusts and therefore some weather alerts as well. I'm not tracking anything tornadic. I think this is going to be strictly straight line winds and heavy rain and loud thunder as well, just because of how humid it is. Okay, let's show you what it actually looks like here. Most of your Saturday evening is just going to be hot, humid, and dry. Just a shower or two is possible, but as soon as it pops up in your area, if that happens, it's not going to last very long at all. It's kind of just pulsing on radar. Okay, getting you overnight into your Sunday. So listen, the timing of this it changes every single model run and every single model that we and I have looked at today alone. And so we're trying our best to figure out when the best opportunity for some of these showers and storms arrives. And I'm still thinking this is going to be Sunday morning before many of us are even considering stepping out the door. I like this model because it still arrives mainly overnight at its strongest, for lack of a better term, strongest, which is around 5 o'clock in the morning for those near Fayette, Union, Franklin, even northwestern Butler County as well. And then pushes into Cincinnati closer to 7. But notice, watch this. From 7 to 9, these showers, as they push south and east of the Cincinnati metro, they fall apart, and they fall apart very quickly. Again, they really don't have a whole lot of heat to work with, considering we're just coming out of the nighttime hours. And so maybe very little rain, if any, for those out towards Brown, Mason, Adams, and Lewis counties around 9 o'clock. And then we get into your early afternoon outside of a stray shower or storm west of Cincinnati. Most of us are just going to be baking in the sun for more of your Sunday, which is what we're seeing here for the heat index values. Very hot in the mid-90s. Some of us nearing that triple-digit mark, absolutely, especially the rural areas. Now, Monday, like I mentioned at the top of the live stream, is looking a little different in some models and not others. We do have just a couple of those models that are still picking up on triple-digit heat indices for Monday, but it depends on a wind shift. Some models have it and others don't. So what I would do for Monday, still prep for the excruciating heat and humidity during the heat of the day, so anywhere from about 1 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Pair it with a lot of sun. It's not going to be pleasant to be outside in general, so finding shade is going to be key. Tuesday still looking like a slam dunk, summer sizzling kind of afternoon, highs in the low 90s and heat index values closer to the upper 90s. So your first alert extended forecast, we still have 2 first alert weather days here, despite Monday's new information being just backing off just a little bit. I still think it's going to be definitely hot enough for a first alert weather day. Maybe even some heat advisories as soon as Monday, if not Monday, on Tuesday, with spotty showers and thunderstorms mainly lingering into the overnight hours. Most of your Tuesday is hot, humid, but dry. Notice on Wednesday, that's still our pivot day from hot, humid first alert weather days to comfortable sunshine summer afternoons for Thursday and for Friday. And the first Bengals preseason home game is on Saturday next weekend, 1 o'clock against the Colts. And I hope this doesn't change because I will be heartbroken, but 86, partly cloudy skies. Next weekend's looking great, especially compared to this weekend. It's at least going to feel like summer. I mean, it's not necessarily going to be nice, cool, comfortable, but it's at least going to be a step in the right direction compared to this weekend especially. So 90, 90, 92 for the next 3 afternoons, and then we see some storms rolling on through on Wednesday. Some of these guys do bear watching, especially Wednesday evening as we see that cold front getting close to the tri-state. Wind gusts may prompt a few warnings, severe wind gusts, and we got some lightning and some heavy rain with any thunderstorms for this time of year, but I'm not seeing any strong signals for severe weather for Wednesday. It's just always going to be on our mind with any storms that drastically change our weather pattern, which is exactly what we're seeing for this. So once again, it's a tale of two halves between Monday, Tuesday in the low 90s, heat index values in the triple digits, Wednesday right in the middle of everything, right? And we got some storms. We got the heat on Wednesday, and then look at Thursday, 84, clear and comfy, maybe a couple of showers on their way out of the tri-state, but other than that, the end of the week is going to be a nice change of pace from this sweltering summer heat, especially for those of us who need to get outside and take care of the lawns and gardens. All right, we got a lot of questions coming on in. This is wonderful, so we'll go ahead and get to it here on our Facebook live stream. Jeff is asking, any severe storms tonight or tomorrow? Great question, Jeff. And once again, there is the potential for a strong to severe storm north and west of Cincinnati. I think that severe potential is incredibly low as is. We're just covering our bases and saying it's possible that we could see a stray strong storm northwest of Cincinnati up towards Fayette and Union counties. If you're southeast of Cincinnati or even in Cincinnati, the threat is incredibly low. Scott, good evening. Thanks for tuning in. Iris is tuning in. Hi, I believe the leaves are turning faster for fall than usual. What do you think? Am I wrong? This happened last year too. I personally haven't noticed it, and there's a website I like to use to track fall foliage, and I've been looking at it like a hawk myself, so I'll show you which one I use personally. So last year was different, Iris, because we had that drought. We don't have that drought. I mean, this time last year we were pretty much knees deep in a severe drought here in the Ohio Valley and for much of the United States, and we have kept ourselves, and the rain has kept us from entering that stage. It's still possible that we enter that stage, but considering the storms this week, we actually have a little bit of a chance to evade that opportunity, or at least delay it for a little bit longer. But let me give you an idea of what the foliage map looks like right now, and I use a website. It's called explorefall.com. We also use it with permission from them on all of our broadcasts as we get a little bit closer to fall time, which we haven't shown it yet because we haven't needed to. Look at this. We have little to no color across the tri-state. You can actually kind of decide your spot over here on the very left side, and so I don't think I've got keyboard enabled. Okay, Cincinnati, Ohio. All right, so here's the conditions for Cincinnati. Little to no color. Again, the pretty normal or relatively normal precip and temperatures have not skewed the fall foliage so far. Of course, there's microscale features that could affect your personal trees in your backyard, but generally speaking, the color has not been showing up quite yet. We'll let you know when it does, of course, because fall, I can't wait for fall. I'm so excited for fall. That's a great question, and I love talking about it, Iris. Thanks for tuning in this Saturday afternoon. Scott says, I was miserable on the golf course today. I think I lost 10 pounds in sweat. Hey, that just means you're hydrated, right? In order for you to sweat, you have to be putting water into your body and giving yourself electrolytes as well. So it's a silver lining, because otherwise, if you weren't able to sweat all of that out, who knows what would happen. But yeah, not a great golfing forecast, at least for the next several afternoons, but maybe make a tee time for late this week, early next weekend. That'll be good. Scott, thanks for tuning in. Susan's tuning in. I am ready for high 60s and low 50s for night. I know, a crisp night. I've been waiting. I'll show you just how far we are. Actually, I'll do it right now because I can. I'm driving the boat here. take a look at this. I mean, wow. Okay, there we go. 16 days until Labor Day, 23 until 7 o'clock sunsets, 37 days until fall actually starts. We're just over a month away, folks, from the official astronomical start of fall. If you're a meteorologist or you decide you want to be a meteorologist for the day, fall starts on September 1st, technically. But anyways, Halloween is 76 days away, but who's counting? I'm counting, it's me. Let's also show you, I want to show you something kind of interesting about more signals of fall here now that we are talking about it. And that's going to be the sunrise and the sunset times, which today's sunset is going to be around 8:31 this evening. We're going to get some great colors with it. Send us your photos, please. You can do so at www.fox19.com/pics, P-I-C-S. Anyways, enough of that shameless plug. 8:31 for tonight's sunset, or today's sunset, rather. And we are, after today into tomorrow, this is the last sunset after 8:30 until March of 2026. These are getting earlier and earlier. The sunsets are getting later and later. It's a sign of the times, folks. The autumnal times. You know what's not a sign of the autumnal times? This, right? I've shown this map several times, and over the last couple of days, we have been in the blue category, below normal, which means we are entering a relatively cooler than average stretch of weather in the near-term forecast. But now, as we approach the final days and weeks of August, which this map you're seeing here is August 24th through the August 30th, we're seeing temperatures slowly but surely rebound to above normal. So it's not an immediate jump to scorching summer heat, but still got signs of summer-like heat in this extended forecast. Again, that's beyond the 7-day. The 7-day itself in next weekend are looking outstanding. Just a little bit more comfortable. All right, Jeff's tuning in. Doesn't look like we're going to get much in Greenfield in the morning. You guys might get a little bit of rain out towards Highland County, but I wouldn't count on any substantial rain. You'll still have to water plants more than likely, that's for sure. Iris, of course, thanks for asking a great question. I love talking about that stuff. Susan's asking me to drop that link for fall foliage. So it's actually going to be www.explorefall.com/ or I could just put it in here. Here you go. You can see it for yourself. Now, we use that on our broadcast pretty regularly, or at least I have in the past, and I will this fall as well. Okay. Jennifer saying, I am in Goshen. I just planted a new grass. Do you think I should water my lawn tonight since it might rain in the morning? We're entering a very hot and humid stretch of weather. I think because the rain that we're going to get overnight, if we get much at all, it's pretty uncertain, especially in Goshen, northern Claremont County. You guys, more than likely, you'll get some rain, I think. It's just not going to be a substantial amount, not enough to escape watering the plants altogether. I think you should water your lawn tonight because even if it does rain in the morning, the afternoon is still going to be very hot and humid. So I hope that it helps. Thanks for tuning in, Jennifer. And Jeff saying he loves fall and Halloween. It is, yes. I am very excited for fall and Halloween. But of course, we still have plenty of summer heat days. In fact, this weekend, a silver lining of this weekend, I should say, is absolutely the fact that we get to enjoy the pool-worthy weather a little bit longer, which pools don't, or at least public pools don't close until Labor Day. And this weekend, while it's very hot and humid, it's almost borderline too hot to be outside. At least you'll want to be in the water. But next weekend, it's looking less active, just a little less hot. So depending on how you like to go to the pool, if you need it to be hot and humid, do it this weekend. Or if you don't really prefer it and you kind of just like to lay out by the pool itself, next weekend's going to be your weekend. The good news here, folks, is that we're not escaping the pool-worthy weekends anytime soon, so you will be able to take advantage of the pools being open likely for the next couple of weekends and until Labor Day, which is September 1st this year. Okay, let's see if we have any questions. No new questions, and Jennifer, you're so welcome. Thank you all so much for tuning in, asking some fantastic questions this Saturday evening. I hope we were able to clarify how Sunday morning is going to play out, and honestly, it's pretty uncertain at this point in time. So I'm going to dig through the data, find out some more details about it, refine the forecast a little bit, and I'll have that new information for you guys coming in tonight on Fox 19, now at 10. But for now, signing off here in Queensgate, I'm meteorologist Erin Ashley. Have a great rest of your Saturday.